Hey mamas, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another cleaning motivational video. Today I actually woke up real early to get things cleaned. I woke up at 6:45, but I officially started my cleaning at 7:30. I was so tired, so I had to make some coffee before I even got started. If you're new here, welcome. I go by Mama Lee. I make videos about home decor, lifestyle, and I talk about motherhood. If those are topics that sound great to you, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment down below. So in today's video, it's going to look a little different. I'm really just cleaning all the things that need to be done. So I'm not going to really focus on a specific area. Now, I had a couple dishes in the sink and a few dishes in my dishwasher, but other than that, my kitchen was looking good. And I just went ahead and checked in the fridge just to make sure that was all organized, and it still looked good from the last time I cleaned it out. If you're interested in seeing that video, go ahead and click on the video that looks like this on the screen. But my fridge looked really good. I still need to go grocery shopping and fill it up. I've been going grocery shopping a lot lately, but it's okay and it's fine for now. The real areas that I wanted to focus on today were my master bedroom and my bathroom. Now my room looks super empty because I had plans to do projects in here. I was going to start painting. There was a lot that I was going to do in my bedroom, so I ended up sleeping in the guest room for now. But unfortunately, it's just become a dumping ground because I've been so busy with work and my son that I haven't gotten anything that I really wanted to do finished quite yet. So I got some clothes that need to be put away, and I also have our suitcase that's still out from a couple weeks ago where we went to California for a couple days. So I got to get that all picked up. But here in the bathroom, you're going to see a few different spots that really need to be cleaned. Now, if you watched me for a while, I have always said that I don't feel like the camera ever does a good job of picking up the mess and all the dirt that I see. But I promise you, I'm right here and I can see that the floor needs to be swept. My sink needs to be cleared off, and under the sink needs to be organized. But I'm not going to focus on that today. I'm just going to focus on cleaning my bathroom, and in another video, I will be organizing under the sink. So I went ahead and started with my laundry. I've actually been doing a real good job of keeping up with my laundry, but there's a couple loads that I wanted to go ahead and just get out the way so I didn't have to worry about them. If you're curious to which laundry detergent I'm using the Kirkland brand. I usually use Tide, but I really like this laundry soap. I feel like it works, especially on my son's uniforms for school and his soccer uniform and his basketball uniform. He plays pretty hard and it gets real dirty. So once I got to the kitchen, I actually turned on the light and saw that my stove looked a lot dirtier than I thought it did. So I grabbed my best friend, my cleaning best friend, Miss Myers, and sprayed that down. And I just had it sit on that surface for a little while and then moved on to doing the dishes. I am going to go back to my stove and wipe that down, but I always like for it to sit for a little bit before I actually wipe it up. So while I'm doing the dishes, I am drinking coffee at the same time because, like I was just telling y'all, I was so tired. I was so sleepy. I really didn't want to get up and clean that early in the morning, but I promised myself that I was actually going to be productive. I recorded this video on a Sunday, but I actually had planned to record it on Saturday, but I was so lazy. It was a beautiful day in North Texas on Saturday, and it had been real hot, and I'm not used to it being this way in wintertime, but I was so happy and I felt so free, and I just wanted to relax that I didn't get anything done on my list. So I told myself that Sunday was the day I was going to get everything done, including recording this video. One thing I'm trying to work on, well, I'm trying to work on a lot of things, but the main thing I'm trying to work on for 2024 is being more consistent and being more aware of time management and how I'm spending my time. So I told myself, in order for me to get the gym done, the cleaning done, spend some time with my son, get my lesson planning done, because I am a teacher outside of doing YouTube, that I was going to wake up early and start my day off strong so I can get all that stuff done. So you're gonna see me drink some coffee, and even when I take breaks in between cleaning a different area in the house, I probably will have coffee in between just to keep up that energy. So I was almost finished with cleaning all of the dishes, but I had to go ahead and clean everything that I took off the stove. And I just wanted to point this out. I'm not even sure what I would call this. This is like a huge skillet. I love this thing. I've never had a stove where I actually had this, and I love using it. I love teaching my son how to cook on this. So if you have something like this on your stove, appreciate it. It makes cooking so much easier. My son likes to make his turkey bacon and his eggs on this thing. So it was pretty dirty, and it usually stays dirty because we use it so much.
Hey, and it sound like sounds so nice.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. That's cool.
Check. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Hey, and it goes like.
So once I got done with my dishes, I went ahead and wiped down my stove. Now I spent a lot more time on my stove than I thought I was gonna spend, and it wasn't even to like perfect it and make it look nice. It's because I had one spot that just wouldn't get up. I don't know if you could see it, but I ended up having to use the Scrub Daddy Power Paste to really put a lot of love into that one area, but it was driving me nuts. I could not move on until I actually had that spot up. So that's why I ended up spending a lot more time on my stove than I thought I was going to spend, but once it actually got up, I felt a lot better, and then I was able to move on to clean in a different area. But it drove me crazy. Let me know if you're similar. Like, do you have to, if something is stuck, do you have to just work at it before you move on? Or are you just like, it's whatever, I'm just going to move on and it'll be fine? So once my stove finally got clean, I went ahead and cleaned off my counters. Now I do spray my counters with Miss Meyer's, and I leave that to sit for a little bit and wipe it off. But once I was completed, I went ahead and moved on to my messy bathroom, where you could see a bunch of hair on the floor and again the stuff on the counters. Now my toilet was real dirty as well, so I'm going to be spending a lot of time cleaning that. But first I went ahead and just went to my shower area and cleaned everything off. Now after I ended up picking everything off from around my tub, I took tissue and just wiped the inside of my shower, just trying to get all that extra hair out of the way. And I don't know if there's like a special trick to doing this, but every time I wash my hair or comb my hair in the shower, there's always so much hair left behind. And this wasn't a whole lot, but you could see that I was getting a little bit from the shower area and in the little corners of my tub. I can't stand seeing that, so let me know in the comments if you know a trick to that, but it drives me crazy. Now while I decided to just go ahead and clear off the sink, I wanted to make sure everything was out of the way before I started cleaning. So I know that I'm right now adding to the mess, but I am going to do another video where I just add some under cabinet storage to start organizing all my brushes and makeup and toothpaste and all that good stuff. I'm not sure which type of storage containers I'm going to use. I've seen a few things at the container store that I'm considering. I've seen some things on Amazon, so I'll just have to look a little bit, do a little bit more shopping before I decide, but I'm definitely going to be organizing the bottom of this sink and under my other bathroom, and then also in the kitchen. So I have a question for you all. I ended up using Miss Meyer's and a magic eraser sheet to wipe my cabinets and the outside of my drawers. I'm not too sure if Miss Meyer's is the best cleaning solution to use on these surfaces. I use it on my counters. I pretty much use Miss Meyer's for everything, but I didn't know if I should be using something else on the wood. Let me know in the comments if you use something different, or maybe you just use water and a sponge. But yeah, I'm always curious if Miss Meyer's would damage the cabinets long term. But for now, I do stick to using it on my sink as well as my tub. Now, as far as cleaning my tub, I also use a magic eraser sheet, and I love using this because it got all the dirt up, and I am so odd, but I loved seeing how dirty the sponge was. I always feel so satisfied when I see dirty mop water or a real dirty sponge after I've cleaned. It always makes me feel like I did a thorough clean, so I was really excited to see the dirty sponge afterwards and then seeing the water go down, which is so satisfying. Okay, so my tub was my toilet was an area that I spent a lot of time on. I ended up cutting a lot from this video because I spent a significant amount of time on my toilet. Now, usually I clean my main bathroom real thorough, especially the toilet, because everybody uses that one. But this one I put on my playlist and I was just vibing at this point, so I ended up spending a lot more time. Now I'll wipe it with tissue or a paper towel just to get all that extra hair and the dust out of the way, and then I wiped with a magic eraser, and then you'll see later on I have bleach for the outside and then use Barkeeper's Friend for the inside of my toilet to clean it. I always like to make sure this area is especially sanitized. Now, in my bathroom, I'm the only one who uses it, so it wasn't that big a deal to me. But in my main bathroom, I have a boy and we are working on aiming, so I really have to make sure that's clean and people aren't smelling pee after they use the bathroom. So one of the last things I did in my bathroom was sweep all that hair up, and then I ended up using a steam mop after everything was all up. And this was so annoying to me because every time I sweep up hair, I feel like it gets stuck in my broom. Let me know if you have a special way of cleaning that up. Now, I think a Swiffer would help, but I was successful with my broom and I ended up getting it all off. And then I got to use my steam mop. Now, my steam mop is something I ended up buying last year, and I love this thing. I feel like I don't use it enough. It makes my floors so clean. My goal is to use it a couple times a week so that my floors do stay clean. But here is my bathroom, all nice and clean, and just it's so refreshing to look at this after not cleaning it after a while and having a bunch of stuff on the counter. It made me feel so good. And the last thing that I did was start putting my clothes away. I had a bunch of clothes just folded up and left to the side because I had did a lot of laundry. So I put my folded clothes on top of the shelf and then I start hanging the rest up. But that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of y'all that have subscribed to my channel. I'm going to keep the videos coming, and I am definitely going to work on that consistency. So I definitely hope I see you in the next video.